You're audible.
Okay, good.
Audible.
So we get it.
Huh?
We'll get a slag of 5 seconds, sir, in the YouTube. So that we'll see. So there's a time delay of 5 seconds in the live things.
Chaman, I'm just going to share
Yes, sir.
my screen briefly to ensure the movie is coming properly.
Okay, sir.
You're seeing something?
Yes, sir.
One second. I need to start sharing the presentation. So let me permit to choose the. Video's coming?
Yes, sir. It is coming, sir.
It's coming, sir.
Sir, preview is small or in your laptop? I mean, system. It's full. The preview of this video, sir.
Preview.
Yeah. So when you were showcasing, it was a small preview or it's a full preview was there, sir?
The full video. When I was showcasing, I didn't have the full window. I didn't put it on the full window.
Okay. Then it's fine, sir. Yeah.
Chaman, you're following up and admitting people who are, because I'm seeing a lot
Yes,
of.
sir. I'm admitting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm looking up. So it is 5-4, sir.
Yeah, we'll just give one more minute and we'll start.
Okay, sir.
People may be trying to log in. Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's start.
Good evening to one and all. On behalf of IIT Tirupati, I thank both the prospective students and their parents for joining the Open House interactive session through this virtual mode. We are doing live stream on YouTube also. without wasting much time, I request Professor Suresh Jain, Dean Academics, to deliver the welcome address.
Chaman,
Yeah,
I
good.
hope you're recording.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, good evening, students, parents, and guardians. I, on behalf of IIT Tirupati, with our esteemed director, faculty members, and staff, it's a great privilege for me to welcome you to the open house session for interaction for the students. And I really want to appreciate the way the progress in IIT Tirupati is going in terms of the academic environment. And I want to mention that I can say, like, at IIT Tirupati, you will be going to get a very conducive environment for your academic objective for which the students are going to take the admissions. In terms of whether you talk about the academic curriculum, whether you talk about the infrastructure, what we have in terms of classrooms, laboratories, workshop. So definitely you will be going to find out it's going to be very compared to any of the other IITs. You are going to see the facilities are very good, which is going to enhance the knowledge when you are going to be there at IIT Tirupati campus. And it is going to give you all the facilities in terms of, like, beside the academic activities, the time you are going to spend at IIT Tirupati. So you will be really going to see so much of diversity and the vibrant environment that will be really going to be very dynamic in terms of the general life at IIT Tirupati beside the academic life at the campus. And with a few words, again, I just want to welcome you, all the students, prospective students, parents, and guardians. And we'll take the different sessions. And definitely at the end of the session, we are going to take your questions one-to-one level. And I just want to invite now my senior colleague, Professor Krishnaya, who is the professor in charge for academic affairs, to say a few words to you. Thank you very much, and welcome to you again to IIT Tirupati Open House session.
Thank you, Suresh. Yeah, good evening to all the parents and then prospective students. And we all welcome you to join IIT. And this open house is to make you aware that what is going on in this institute. And you know that we have started this institution in 2015. And the starting point was with 4 branches like civil engineering and computer science and engineering and electrical engineering and mechanical engineering. Later, of course, we have added chemical engineering, and we have the traditional departments to support the science and humanities departments like maths, physics, chemistry, and then humanities. And definitely all of you know that this institute was mentored by the IIT Madras. The same institute, IIT Madras, also mentored IIT Hyderabad and Palakkad. IIT Hyderabad, of course, 8 years, 10 years before, 2008. So as you know, definitely, I think the BTech program is for 8 semesters, and we have here 165 credits. Sorry. Yeah, 165 credits. And on the whole, what happens is that I think, approximately if you take per semester, you may get around 21 credits per semester. But anyway, some semesters you will have more and some semester. That means the subjects in each semester may be between 5 to 7. And we have the laboratories. Even the first batch, when we started in 2015, the science laboratories were ready, and also the workshop was ready at the time itself. So that means in advance, IIT Tirupati plan to have this laboratories, and with every year progressing, every semester progressing, we added up all the laboratories. Now we have almost all the laboratories for these branches. And yeah. And once I think this may be a general question, generally people will be asking, we also have here the possibility of changing the branch. And at the end of 3rd year, that means after 6 semesters, 7th semester onwards, if you want to change your branch, branch change is only after 1st year. I'm talking about dual degree. I'm sorry. Yeah, branch change at the end of the 1st year. depending on your CGPA means cumulative grade point average. So you can apply for branch change. So if you are not satisfied with the branch which you have been allocated, you can also go for this kind of branch change, and you have to put in more work to get a good rank. And once you get the good rank, then you are in the race, and there are some rules to be followed for branch change, and this happens at the end of the first year. And we also have what is called dual degree program. Some of you would have heard of that. One kind of dual degree program is starting from deciding in the beginning itself. And what we thought here is, and some other institutes also are doing, at the end of sixth semester, 7th, 8th, and 9th and 10th. 9th and 10th will be the MTech starting from, of course, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. You will have slight overlapping of BTech some courses and mostly MTech courses in that. The advantage of having a dual degree is in 5 years, you are going to get the final, 2 degrees, that is BTech as well as the MTech degree. And we also have started parallelly in 2017 onwards that, the master's programs like Master of Research and also doctoral program like PhD. And if you want to, then later we also started MTech programs. And if you want to really pursue higher education in the same institute, you have that possibility also. And as Professor Suresh Jain was telling, I think the life in the hostel also will be very vibrant, and also the excellent laboratories we have. So I hope you enjoy your stay here if you have chosen this as your first option. I welcome you again and thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, sir. Dear students and parents, now we are going to play the promotional video of the institute that gives you the glimpse of the campus and the activities.
Sir, you are on mute, sir.
Yeah. Chaman, should I play it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Indian Institute of Technology, Tirupati, is located at the ancient town of Tirupati in Andhra Pradesh, a southern state in India known for its unique culture, especially handicrafts, dance, and music. The IIT Tirupati is one of the 6 youngest IITs which began their operations in 2015. These are commonly known as the third generation or 3G IITs. At present, there are 23 IITs. IIT Tirupati is one of the youngest and most modern of them all. Tirupati is surrounded by 7 hills, and our permanent campus, sprawling over 550 acres of land, is located in the picturesque backdrop along the Sheshachalam Hills. It is about 20 kilometers away from Tirupati town and very well connected to the rest of the country by road, rail, and air. Collaborative research is one of the cornerstones of successful research undertakings. Being in the town of Tirupati offers our institute a geographical and strategic advantage. Our immediate neighboring institutes include the Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, or ISER as they are called, the National Atmospheric Research Laboratory, NARL, and the Indian Institute of Information Technology, commonly known as IIIT at Sri City. Within a span of just 4 years, the first phase of our campus, called the Transit Campus, got fully operational. The Transit Campus is well equipped to house about 800 students, an industry-sized workshop, spaciously designed laboratories for various engineering disciplines, having state-of-the-art equipment.
IIT Tirupati, third generation IIT, started functioning in 2015 for a temporary campus in Tirupati, Vedanta Road. The state government of Andhra Pradesh has allotted a 548-acre site for construction of the main campus. The Government of India has approved a DPR for creating a campus to accommodate 2,900 students, 250 faculty members, about 300 staff members, and associated physical facilities, including laboratories, administrative buildings, housing. The construction of the permanent campus commenced in 2016, and the first stage campus to accommodate about 800 students and setting up of laboratory buildings, classroom buildings was completed and inaugurated by our Honorable Charity Minister Sri Ramesh Pokhriyalji in 2019. The next stage construction is in progress, and all the construction is expected to complete by 2024.
The classrooms are equipped with high-tech projection and recording equipment for live streaming used as and when required. The rapid development of the infrastructure laid out at our transit campus stands out as an exceptional record of growth of a young technology institute. Students and also faculty and staff at our institute come from diverse cultural background. Among all the IITs, we have the highest percentage of female students enrollment in the BTech program every year. About 100 faculty members who teach at our institute are extremely qualified. They bring in rich experience and expertise from some of the best institutions and universities the world over.
We currently have over 90 faculty members in the institute, and we have been expanding our academic programs. On the research front, we have made rapid progress. We have over 120 PhD students enrolled already, and our faculty members have received over 60 sponsored research grants.
Young and dynamic faculty members at IIT Tirupati have already published research papers in more than 250 journals in the last 2 years.
IIT Tirupati వాళ్ళు ఏదో జూమ్ మీటింగ్ పెట్టారు.
A few full-fledged books. IIT Tirupati's collaborations with several prominent organizations are leading increasingly to sustainable development and engagements in national programs like Skill India and Make in India. Renowned organizations such as CMTI, DRDO, ARCI, NRB, Texas A&M University, University of Western Ontario, NHAI, National Grid, and so on.
We have identified a few cluster areas which have high societal impact and also a deep cultivated research. Manufacturing and materials, atomic, molecular, and
At our institute, classroom and laboratory teaching is sturdily augmented by students' visits to industry workshops, construction sites, etc. for on-site training in order to speed them up into current practices in engineering and technology. Also, we have conducted a good number of conferences, seminars, workshops, and have hosted several colloquia and invited talks by distinguished scholars on a wide variety of topics. In order to promote an overall growth of our students to develop a sound mind and healthy physique, we have set up facilities supervised by professionals for a number of co-curricular activities. These include several fun events which make campus life exciting and memorable. Celebrations held jointly by students, staff, and faculty during the Institute Day, Republic Day, Independence Day, Yoga Day, etc. are marked with excellent display of talent and creativity by our students. Electrifying performances by some of India's most gifted artists, musicians, classical dancers who excel in performing arts are often held in the institute. Some of these are held under the auspices of the SPIC package. Our technocultural annual festival, Tirutsava, provides a vibrant and challenging platform to our students to build their organizational skills, co-curricular talents, and also art forms and creativity in various dimensions. Tirusaba entwines technology and culture, and the festival sees a medley of events ranging from verticals in cultural arts to those in engineering and technology. In addition, our students participate in inter-IT sports and inter-IT technical meets. Our social welfare and outreach efforts include students rendering services under the National Service Scheme, commonly referred to as NSS. Reaching out to rural population is a central activity under the NSS program of our institute. We have adopted 5 villages to improve their quality of life. Daily engagements of our students are never restricted to mere curriculum activities. As the world is caught unprepared by the present pandemic, the faculty of our institute swiftly rose to the challenge. We developed face masks, shields, sterilizing units, and also software prediction models. The N95 face mask and shield developed by our faculty is already being used by frontline operators. The prototype is being technology transferred to Amar Raja Batteries Limited, and FIPSOL is startup industry from the IIT Madras Research Park. The first convocation of our institute was held on 13th August last year.
It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the first convocation of the Indian Institute of Technology Tirupati. It is our privilege to have Sri Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank ji, our Honorable Minister for Human Resource Development, to address our graduating students today.
106 students received their BTech degree and 1 student received the MS degree. The convocation address was delivered by Sri Ramesh Pokhriyal ji, Honorable Minister for Human Resource Development.
मैं क्योंकि आपकी के परिवार का हूँ इसलिए मैं आपको शुभकामना देने के लिए आया हूँ। बद्रीनाथ से आया हूँ और तिरुपति बालक तक आया हूँ और इसलिए गंगा की और बद्रीनाथ की भी शुभकामनाएं आपको देने के लिए आया हूँ। हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने पीछे के दिनों में कहा था कि हमारे जो IIT हैं वो हमारी शक्ति के पुंज हैं। इस जो पहला दीक्षांत समारोह हो रहा है ये आज एक नया इतिहास यहाँ पर गढ़ा जा रहा है। मैं बहुत सारी शुभकामना देना चाहता हूँ छात्रों, आप अपनी भविष्य भी हैं, अपने परिवार का भी हैं, मेरे देश का भी है और देश का नहीं पूरे विश्व का भी है, क्योंकि विश्व को भी दिशा देने का काम वो भारत ने किया था।
My name is Rakshit Gupta. I'm in second year and I'm in CS. I'm from Rajasthan. Academic experience is very good, so we don't have any problem with that. And our classes also are shifted to this campus only now, so it's good.
Academics is good over here. Like teachers are giving their 100% right now over here. Like there are less number of faculties, but they have taken a lot of responsibility and they are doing well. They are giving it the best, and we are also giving the best.
Eco-concern is a matter of priority at our institute. IIT Tirupati has received the prestigious Griha Council Exemplary Performance Award. Also, it won the first prize in Putco Design Awards for Sustainable Technologies.
Buildings are very well organized compared to how a student wants it to be.
It's like latest things are used over here. Like remote control fans, we usually don't have these types of facilities. So it's good. Like, and they have even provided us like a lamp in our study table also. So we don't need to buy anything. This is the first one who is going to have a temporary campus, and like our director is doing a great job also.
We have been here for 3 years, and our director has done a tremendous achievement to build these hostels at such a small time. It's very eco-friendly, and some GFRG construction is there also, and solar panels also are there, so water heating is also continuously going, and so much new innovations are in this.
Fast-track, sustainable, eco-friendly construction technologies have been adopted to build our campus. These include use of prefabricated GFRG panels, that is panels made from glass fiber reinforced gypsum for hostels and apartment buildings, pre-engineered building structures for laboratories, dining facility, and indoor stadium, and polished concrete floorings in the laboratories. Energy efficient technologies used include rooftop grid interactive 210 kilowatts solar power plant, 48 volts DC fittings in the hostels, solar water heaters, and high volume, low speed, that is HVLS fans. These installations cause minimal damage to the environment and achieve higher sustainability.
We have done a master plan for setting up a campus to cater to 12,000 students, which we plan to get to in a few decades.
The first generation IITs have been around for over 6 decades. Their learning is available to us. Building a new IIT from ground up, supported by a dynamic faculty who have acquired excellence in frontier areas of science and technology, has given us an inimitable opportunity to rapidly surge into modernity as a premier institute. Our students, staff, and faculty have ardently teamed up to dedicate ourselves to push the edges of knowledge, techniques, and methods and realize MHRD's vision in the service of the nation.
Now I invite the director of the institute, Professor K.N. Satyanarayana, to give his remarks on the overall progress of the institute. Sir.
Thank you, Chaman. I join my colleagues and students from IIT Tirupati in congratulating all the students who have qualified in JEE Advanced and welcome them to this program along with their well-wishers. So what you saw the video, which gives an overview of IIT Tirupati from where we started. I will touch on some of these points to highlight some of the achievements, where we're going, and how do we plan to take this institute forward. So I'll share a presentation that I have on this. So just give me a second to get the presentation up. Okay. So what you see is an aerial view of the campus that we already built. So welcome once again. So I'm Satyanarayana, the director of IIT Tirupati. I been a professor at IIT Madras for about 25 years. And I had come here, IIT Madras has been mentoring IIT Tirupati. So I came here I was deputed by IIT Madras as professor in charge to get the IIT started, and subsequently became the director in January 2017. As all of you know, the IIT system now consists of 23 institutions. Starting with we classify ourselves into 3 generation IITs, with the first generation IITs that started in the 50s with IIT Kharagpur, the first IIT. And then we had other IITs start, including IIT Kanpur, IIT Bombay, IIT Madras, and IIT Delhi. And subsequently, IIT Guwahati was established, and University of Roorkee was converted to an IIT. So we have the 7 IITs, which we consider as the first generation IITs. In 2008, 8 more IITs were started in different parts of the country, including Hyderabad, Indore, Gandhinagar, Ropar, Mandi, and Patna, and so on, Bhubaneswar, Jodhpur, and so on. In 2014, 5 more IITs were announced, and 2015, 1 more. So together, these 6 IITs at Tirupati, Palakkad, Dharwad, Goa, Bhilai, and Jammu are the 3rd generation IITs. In the meantime, around 2014, 2 more existing institutions, Institute of Technology, Benares University, and ISM Dhanbad, they have been converted as IITs. So that's how we have 23 IITs. Now, whenever these new institutions have been are being created since the second generation IITs, one of the first generation IIT is requested to mentor the first generation IIT, to handhold them in the beginning to get it started off started off at the wherever they are located. So IIT Madras, during the second generation IITs came forward to mentor IIT Hyderabad. As all of you know, IIT Hyderabad has progressed very well. And among the third generation IITs, IIT Madras came forward to mentor both IIT Tirupati and IIT Palakkad. So we have been having the full support of our mentor institute as we have been progressing. And you know, IIT Madras is ranked #1 institution in the country, both as an overall institution and also as a technical institution. So in 2015, we had the Foundation Stone program done. You know, on 28th of March 2015, the state government was very proactive and had a Foundation Stone program for 3 institutions together: IIT, ISER, that's coming up in Tirupati, and IIIT that has come up in Sri City. So for all these 6, we had 3 institutions. We had a common Foundation Stone program, and we commenced our classes in the first week of August in 2015 by hiring a temporary college building here, and I will talk about it a little bit further. And 2017, so we started with the BTech program, as mentioned by Professor Krishnaya earlier, in 4 streams of civil engineering, computer science and engineering, electrical engineering, and mechanical engineering, by admitting 30 students in each. So totally 120 students were admitted. Actually, about 108 students joined. And then subsequently, we started the BTech program in chemical engineering about 2 years back. So the third batch of students in the chemical engineering will be joining this year. And in 2017, we started our MS by Research program and PhD programs. And also the cabinet has approved a detailed project report for establishing of the 6 new IITs. And the preparation of this detailed project report was spearheaded by IIT Tirupati for all the 6 IITs. Then in 2018, we started our MTech programs in electrical engineering and mechanical engineering, and in 2019 in civil engineering. And we also started our operations from the permanent campus. We had by then built up enough classroom facilities and hostels to shift these activities to the permanent campus. The major construction is under progress. So by 2022, early 2022, we are hoping to completely move our operations into the permanent campus. That is about a year and a half from now. In terms of, even now, all the students live in the permanent campus. Classes are held there, but faculty and staff sit in the temporary campus, but everything will get shifted there. And we hope to complete the full campus in all respects by 2024, which will accommodate about 2,500 students and 250 faculty members. So right now we have 9 departments in our institute. In the engineering area, the 5 departments that I already mentioned: chemical, civil and environmental engineering, computer science and engineering, electrical engineering, and mechanical engineering. And we have the 3 science departments: humanities, chemistry, physics and mathematics, and the humanities and social science department. In near future, we plan to start a materials science and engineering program, and we also want to start a school of design, which will look at product design, architectural design, and so on. So this is a couple of years down the line once we move into the permanent campus. We have also identified a number of thrust areas that have, in terms of interdisciplinary research, where we bring in people with different background to take up problems that have huge impact from a national perspective and also are on the cutting edge of science and technology. So right now, with the batch that is going to join, this BTech batch that we are admitting this year will have about 237 students. That is the number of seats that we have. And including them, our strength will go up to over 1,000. about 1,064 or so. You will see that we have a substantial presence of postgraduate students. We have already have nearly 140 PhD students and about 180 MTech and MSc students on our campus, and also MS scholars of 140. So, IITs in the long run have about 60 to 40% ratio between the PG and UG students. And this year we also started our MSc programs in chemistry and physics. What we did from the beginning, which has helped IIT Tirupati grow fast and establish itself well, is that we have brought in about we brought in 6 very senior professors who had just retired from the various IITs, including 3 from IIT Madras, 2 from IIT Kanpur, and 1 from IIT Bombay, Professor Deshmukh and Professor Krishnaya and Professor Natarajan from IIT Madras, and Professor Kishore and Professor Raghavendra from Kanpur, and Professor C.P. Rao from IIT Bombay. So they were re-employed. The Government of India gave us special permission to re-employ them for till their age of 70, so that we get very senior faculty. So from the beginning, we had the benefit of the guidance and teaching by these very, very senior professors in our institute. So right now we have nearly 90 faculty members who have already joined, and another 3 to 4 are joining in the next month. By latest by December, we have made them offers. They have to complete their assignments in their previous jobs. They'll finish that and join them. So we'll be about 93 faculty members by December in the institute. And then we are going to start the recruitment for the next round of faculty members, where we'll add another 12, 13 faculty members in the coming months. So just to give an idea, because one of the concerns that all incoming students and parents have is a new institution that is just 5 years old. Does it have adequate faculty members? Yes, that's a concern, definitely. But IIT Tirupati has moved very fast, and all our departments have a critical mass of faculty members to run not only our undergraduate program but postgraduate program. For example, chemical engineering, which we just started 2 years back, we already have 8 faculty members full-time, and very senior faculty members like Professor Krishnaya, who was Dean of Academic Research at IIT Madras and also was adjudged the best teacher at IIT Madras. So he has been here teaching our students. Just a couple of days back, Professor Raghav Rao, who was the director of the CFTRI, Central Food Technology Research Institute, has joined us, and so on. And you will see that we have about 20 faculty members out of this 90 who are already teaching at other IITs, who have moved to this IIT to teach. So we have experienced faculty who are coming, and the reason why they have moved here is they see a lot of growth in this institute and potential for this institute. And you will see that all our faculty members have PhD from top institutions in India and abroad. And in chemistry, we have right now 6 faculty members, 3 in theoretical chemistry, and 3 more in organic and inorganic chemistry. In civil engineering, once again, we have all the areas of civil engineering covered in the institute. We have about 5 faculty members in structural engineering, 2 in transportation engineering. I also teach a course, and I specialize in construction engineering and management. We have 2 faculty members in the area of hydraulics and water resources, 2 faculty members in the area of geotechnical engineering, and 2 faculty members in the area of environmental engineering. In computer science, once again, we have about 11 faculty members. Computer science department there's a lot of demand for faculty members in this area. It's not easy to get faculty members, but we've been very successful in having about 11 faculty members in computer science. I have seen in the second generation IIT, some of them, even after 7 and 8 years, they were struggling with just 5 or 6 faculty members. So again, you will see faculty members are from some of the top institutions in India and abroad. We have people like Professor Yagna Narayana, a very, very senior professor who retired from IIT Madras, who is an adjunct professor, and he continues to teach at IIT Tirupati and guide our faculty members in their research. In electrical engineering, once again, we have about 12 faculty members. For example, Professor Karthikeyan, who was the head of the Department of Electrical Engineering at IIT Roorkee, until recently an associate dean at IIT Roorkee. He's just joined us last week. He's moved to IIT Tirupati. For Pathajit Mahapatra, he was a faculty at IIT Kharagpur. He's moved here. And again, you'll find that almost all the areas of electrical engineering are well covered among the faculty members that we have. And then we also have an active humanities and social sciences program. Right now, we have 7 faculty members in this program, including we had actually 2 people in English. One of them has left, so we're going to replace. We're going to find a replacement. We have 2 in philosophy, 2 in economics, 1 in organizational behavior, another one in finance and financial engineering. In mathematics, once again, we have about 11 faculty members, again covering all areas of mathematics. Right here, we have 10 people. 1 more is joining us in December in the area of statistics. And again, in mechanical engineering, we have almost all the areas covered well. We have about 12 faculty members in mechanical engineering. Yeah, including in manufacturing, in thermal sciences, and so on. Design, engineering mechanics. Physics, we have 8 faculty members in physics. Very active group. Recently, the physics group, through the initiative of the physics group, we have started the Center for Atomic, Molecular, and Optical Sciences and Technologies, related to quantum technologies and so on. And this center is getting a lot of attention nationally, and we are hoping to create a lot of collaborations and do a lot of work. So we have faculty members who cover the areas of condensed matter physics and AMO physics. Okay, so this is our faculty profile, and as you can see, as I told you, we have already, by this December, we'll have 93 faculty members in the institute. So you need not worry on the faculty front. We have a pretty good strength in the institute. Now, coming to those of you who are not familiar with Tirupati, or if you're logging in from other places, we are extremely well connected. One of the concerns that when we start a new institution is how good is the connectivity. So if you see this map, we have the Tirupati town, where I'm showing my cursor, and our temporary campus where we had started our operations is close to the Tirupati town. That is, from the middle of the Tirupati town, we are about 6 kilometers or so. But more importantly, we're very close to the Renugunta station. So our temporary campus is just 3 kilometers from Renugunta station. And Renugunta station is one of the busiest junctions in the country, which is connected to every corner in the country. We have about 65 to 70 express trains which pass through Renugunta junction every day. If you take the north line, you go to Mumbai. That is the line that goes to north. If you take the southern line, you go to Chennai. If you go east, the line goes to Gudur and joins the Chennai, Howrah, and Chennai Delhi roads. So we have trains passing through Renugunta which go to Delhi, which go to Calcutta, Ahmedabad, and so on. And then if you go west, you go to Bangalore. If you go west and go further south, then go south, you go to Trivandrum. You go to Coimbatore, Trivandrum, and so on. So you have trains. Basically, what I'm saying is we're extremely well connected. And from our permanent campus, actually our permanent campus is halfway between Renugunta and the other big temple town of Sri Kalahasti. We are about 14 kilometers from the Renugunta railway station. And the Tirupati airport, which is growing, before the pandemic, we had about 13 to 14 flights out of Tirupati airport, connecting direct flights to Mumbai, hopping flights to Delhi, and about every day, about 8-9 flights to Hyderabad, and then to Bangalore, Dharwad, and so on. So, and the airport is growing, and it is projected to become an international airport. So that way, we are extremely well connected. The other important thing is we are just off the national highway. We are between the mountain. The green part is the mountain and the national highway. A beautiful site. And IIT Tirupati, the other premier science institute, is coming up just 3 kilometers from our campus on the same highway. So we are doing a lot of activities in association with IIT Tirupati. We are also trying to work out a mechanism where our students can go take, if students are more interested in science courses, they should be able to go take courses at IIT Tirupati and just transfer the credits to our institute. So this is the opportunities we are trying to create because of our close association. A lot of our research is, we're doing joint research. A lot of the facilities are being created together. Okay. So this is our temporary campus building that you see. And the mountain that you see at the back, that is the Tirumala Mount. That is where the Lord Balaji, Lord Venkateshwara temple is located in the backdrop of the temporary campus. And this is, and we have another building behind this building. So we had started off operations from here, and basically the first 2-year operations mainly happened from here. And from third year, so what we did is we got this building, completely renovated it, retrofitted it to our requirements, set up the labs in 2 months' time, chemistry lab, physics lab, classrooms, library, and started operations. So we got this building in May 2015, and by August 2015, we had it up and running to start our classes. Now we have the state government has given us 548 acres for setting up our campus. So this is the highway. You will see this, we are divided, the highway divides our land parcels into two. On the western side of the highway, we have about 530 acres. And on the eastern side of the highway, we have about 18 acres. Now we are connecting up these two parcels of land through an underpass, so that if the students have to use our access buildings on the western campus, eastern campus because the main campus is on the west, they don't have to cross the highway and so on. So they just go through the underpass. Now, in this 18 acres that we have on the other side of the highway, we are planning to develop a very large research park where a lot of industry will come and set up their research offices to work along with our institute. Now, the whole campus is divided into 3 zones. This is the master plan. So we have planned on how the campus will grow. And the idea is over, say, 20-30 years, we grow to a 12,000 student campus. To give you a reference, the first generation IITs today are about 10 to 12,000 students. IIT Kharagpur has 11,000 plus students. IIT Madras has 10,000 plus students, and so on. And as we said, by 2024-25, we would like to become a 2,500 student campus, full-fledged in all respect, and continue to grow. So this master plan has been done so that the future growth can happen. Where will the various buildings come to grow to a 12,000 student campus? So right now, we have completed one stage of the campus on the southeast corner of the campus on over 35 acres or so. We quickly built facilities. Our target was our first batch should stay in the hostels in the permanent campus, attend classes in the permanent campus, because we found in the second generation IITs, almost in many of the IITs, 3-4 batches went out of the institute, graduated and went out without ever seeing their permanent campus, which we achieved here. Our first batch had graduated from the permanent campus after living there for a year. So, and in the video that we had shown before, you saw the pictures of our hostel buildings, our laboratory buildings, and our sports facilities we created there. Subsequently, we are building right now the construction is going on full swing in our campus. We have about 900 workers working in our campus, where we are building 5 large buildings. The buildings that you see in the white are the buildings that we are building during this stage. It's a 600 crore contract that is under execution right now. We are building our administrative building, a large classroom complex, 2 large department buildings, and a central instrumentation facility. So these are the 5 buildings that are being built. And then we are building 2 more hostels. The existing hostels that we already built accommodate about nearly 900 students, 900 plus students. And 2 more hostels that we are building will accommodate 500 students in each hostel, so another 1,000 students. So we will have accommodation for more than 1,000, about 1,600, 1,700 students by 2022. And the new hostels will all have single-seater rooms. The existing hostels have a triple-seater room, double and triple-seater rooms. Of course, we in some of the rooms, especially the first years, 4 will have to stay in a triple-seater room and 3 in a double-seater room. But it is very comfortable. Everyone gets a bed, gets a study table, gets a cupboard, even if you're 3 in a double-seater room or a 4 in a triple-seater room. So there's no compromise, not in like some of the other IITs where in a single room which has got facilities only for one student, 2 students are accommodated for a year. But here we give all the requirements for a student to live comfortably in these rooms. And then we are building about 168 apartments, about 80 for faculty members and 88 for staff members right now. So all this construction is going on, and a guest house facility, director's bungalow, and then the whole campus is being created as a very eco-friendly campus. We are creating 2 large lakes over 12 acres to store water, catch water, so that we're not too much dependent on outside water. We are hoping that these 2 lakes will cater to almost 3 to 4 months of our water supply, in addition to the water that we'll get from outside. So the campus is divided into an academic zone from the entrance if you go, and then we have the hostel zone, and then we have the sports zone, where we are building all facilities, including the fields for track. We already in the transit campus we have a full-fledged track along with the football ground, with an indoor stadium, with a gym, 3 indoor shuttle courts, with a basketball court, 2 volleyball courts, 1.5 tennis courts, and so on. All these facilities are fully functional already for the students. But we are building further facilities along with the hostels to expand our sports facilities. So it is all, and then we're also building a health center right here. And so the campus is going to be lively with a lot of activity that as we go along. So as I told you, we've done the master plan and the buildings that are being constructed right now. And the campus is we have used a lot of sustainable technologies. We got a lot of recognitions for the initiatives that we have taken. If you see this, we call it a transit campus, but it's part of the permanent campus. We've used a number of technologies like glass fiber reinforced gypsum panels to build our hostels. We completely eliminated bricks. And gypsum is a waste product for chemical and fertilizer industry. There are millions of tons of gypsum lying behind some of these factories that make these fertilizers. We use that material as a wall slab element, very high technology. And then, which is all the flooring and the slab elements are made in the factory, cut to the size, and come and brought and assembled in the site. We are already generating about 210 kilowatts solar power, and the excess power that we don't use, we pump into the grid. We have a water treatment plant, sewage treatment plant, and we use 48-volt DC fittings, as the student talked about in the video, because we bring in about 30%. And so we are trying to do a lot of technology demonstrations for people, for our students to see how to use sustainable technologies, and also for the general public, and that they could see how these technologies can be brought in our thing. Things like polished concrete, we're completely eliminating use of tiles and so on. So this is an old photograph, I'm sorry, which we have built one more hostel in between here, a classroom complex here. You can see it's a beautiful site. Our boundary wall, you can see the boundary wall at the foot of the mountain. The boundary wall around our campus is 7 kilometers long, okay? And when the first year students join, I take them on a walk along our boundary wall for a trek. It takes about 2.5 hours. And the mountain behind is a reserve national forest, so nothing can come up behind us. So we are set in a nice. And what we did, as soon as we got the land, we commissioned an ecology study to understand the flora, fauna, type of plants we have, type of animals that live in this area, and as we build our campus, how do we protect this existing ecosystem to the extent possible. So this is the extent of care we're taking in building our campus. These are some of the currently existing student hostels, laboratory buildings. So number of sustainable technologies, I talked about this already. And we already got 2 sustainability awards, one from Griha and one from HUDCO. And our campus in the first year, under the Swachh Bharat initiative, the government of India is ranking various campuses in the country on the Swachhata ranking. And our institute, in the first year of the campus operation, got the 6th award among as the cleanest higher educational institution in the country for residential universities. Now, there were some 3,500 institutions that had applied for these awards, and for an institution in its first year of operation to get this award, I think it's a commendable achievement. So these are our laboratories are fully furnished. Now, one of the big advantages of a new institution is we have all of the latest equipment. If you go to an existing institution, you will see a lot of the equipment is quite old, and and they slowly replace. Of course, they keep upgrading, but the advantage here is everything is latest, brand new, and up to date technologies. So we have all the civil engineering labs, including these structural engineering, transportation, materials, environmental engineering lab, hydraulics and water resources labs. Then the electrical engineering laboratories. These are the permanent campus. We have a couple of labs in the temporary campus also for electrical engineering. The mechanical engineering laboratories. We have some of the best, for example, in the manufacturing lab, some of the best equipment, latest equipment that you can get. Then we have a very well-equipped workshop for the students to use, and so on. So the campus is full-fledged from that respect, what we already have. Now, this is what we are building now. Whatever you see in color, the white ones are what will come later on. And this construction is fully in progress. And this picture that you see here, you can see the buildings, most of the buildings foundation work is already over. And we are expediting some buildings. For example, this DB2 design block, department block 2, we are trying to get this finished in about 15 months. So that by January 2022, that is little over less than 1.5, about 1.25 years from now, we should be able to move into these buildings. And slowly, another 3 months after that, the department block 2 is expected to be finished, and so on. By 2022, that is the students who are joining now, they will be completely staying in the permanent campus, and they will get a full-fledged campus in a year and a half from now. So these are some of the buildings that we're building. Architecturally, they have this concrete finish, no plastering, no painting. Once again, from an eco point of view. So these are some of the renderings of the elevations of the buildings that we're building. We're also building a large central instrumentation facility, which will house some of the latest microscopes, TEMs, and so on. And then in the residential zone, we're building hostels, a dining block, a number of housing. As I told you, this is just a representative. We're building 168 apartments. So these are all under construction. And we have a very vibrant campus life, which my dean, our dean students will talk about in more detail, including the annual techno-cultural festival, plus number of events that take place. Our faculty have been very active on research. We already have about more than 50 externally funded. In fact, in the last 3 days, we got another 4 or 5 projects. So I think now we have more than 60 sanctioned sponsored research projects. Now, for a new institution to get so many sponsored research projects again is not easy. But our faculty members have really put out very good proposals and got them funded. And then our faculty are also getting quite engaged in consultancy. And our institute also supports new faculty to the tune of 20 lakhs to start their research. We have also started off a number of international collaborations. For example, Texas A&M University, we have a very strong collaboration with them. Our students have been going there on internships. We have a very deep relationship we're building with Calgary University. we have with whom we have already signed MOUs, but we have other linkages with a number of other institutions with whom we are in the process of furthering the same. Recently, our institute has been selected for under the Cyber Physical Systems initiative mission of the country to set up a technology innovation hub on positioning precision technology with about 100 crores grant over 5 years. Now, once again, for a new institution to get a 100 crore initiative funded by the central government, I think it's a reasonable achievement. And as I told you, looking at the new trends in the area of quantum technologies, quantum computing, and the related areas, we have, along with ICER, we have started a Center for Atomic, Molecular, Optical Sciences and Technologies. And we have got a number of MOUs with a lot of laboratories, a lot of CSIR laboratories and other laboratories across the country and also internationally. So that's a quick overview of our institute, where we are and so on. Now, one issue that all of you will be having in mind, a couple of issues that I'll touch on, is one is the COVID situation. We last March, around March 16th, we suspended all our classes and had all the students return home. But within a week after that, our faculty members started getting themselves ready for online classes. And on March 30th or so, we launched full online classes for all the students. So very fast, our faculty adapted, and our students also responded. And we completed all the coursework, and we finished all the requirements, especially for the graduating students. By June 30th, we completed every academic requirement and awarded them their provisional certificates by first week of by the end of June. We completed everything, and early July we awarded them all provisional certificates. For the other students also, we completed all the requirements. Now we started our new semester on August 17th with online. So this whole semester is going online for everyone, including our undergraduate and postgraduate courses. Now, for the first year students who will be coming in, we expect that at least the first 2 months may be online. We want to get the students onto campus as soon as possible, but we have to wait and watch how this pandemic is panning out, how it will, what is the situation, and get the students into the campus as quickly as possible. But initially, definitely, I think all IITs will be taking this step. But our research scholars have started returning the campus. We are taking all steps. We have got all the students in. The research scholars have returned. We kept them under quarantine for 14 days, got them tested, then moved them to the permanent campus. Yesterday, we moved them all to the permanent campus. We are bringing them in batches of 30 to 40 students, just to make sure that we take care of all the protocols so that when the large number of students come, we are prepared. So we will take all these precautions, but we will start off with online orientation programs and initiate the classes online. But we will try our best to get the students quickly into the campus. Now, coming to the Professor Krishna already talked about the dual degree program. The students who join our institute have the option of converting their BTech to dual degree. Some of the other IITs have a dual degree at the time of admission itself. You choose either a 4-year BTech, for example, in computer science, or a 5-year BTech in computer science, right? A dual degree program where under the dual degree program, you get both the bachelor's and master's. But we have taken the route that at the end of the 3rd year, the student has the option of converting to a dual degree program, provided they perform academically well. They should, for example, in the regular open category, students should get at least 8 CGPA, and the reserved category students about 7.5 CGPA. The exact rules we will tell you about the orientation. So within 5 years, you can get your bachelor's and master's. You say 1 year, otherwise it will take 4 years for your bachelor's and 2 more years for your master's. So that provision exists for all the students. Now, one of the questions that everyone talks about is branch change. Now, I would like to advise all the students and their parents not to take a decision of the IIT and the branch based on the assumption that my child or the student decides that I will get a branch change. Please note that there are very strict rules on branch change. For example, not more than 10% of the students can go out of a branch. So if I say, if I have in mechanical engineering, if I have, in our case, for example, in civil engineering, we have about 40 seats nearly. Only 4 students can go out of the 40. And all the students are equally bright. All of them have come with very good background. So your probability of getting a branch change is only 10%, right? Of the this thing. So don't take your decision assuming that every parent and every student thinks I will do my best, but then your probability is quite low of getting a branch change. So think about that when you, though we have permit this branch change, we have provision, but the number of students who can avail of this will be limited. Coming to placements, the placement, we started off, our first batch had pretty good placements, almost 75% to 80% of our students who were registered for placement, we could place them in very good companies, including companies like Microsoft, TCS Innovation, Toshiba, and so on. And even for the second batch, also we had pretty good placements. We have a separate career development cell, and even for the current batch, which is going to graduate in 2021, already the placement has started, and something I understand, something like more than 25-30 students have already been placed from the institute. So don't worry too much about placement. Right now we are in discussions with other IITs to how to create a common placement initiatives and so on. But we are very active. 100% of students have been placed for internships well in advance. So you need not worry on that particular front. So with this, I will stop here. I know I've taken a longer time than I had planned, but I thought we need to get this message across to all of you. So thank you very much and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, I invite Dean of Student Affairs, Dr. N. Venkaya, to give his remarks on the student activities on the campus. Sir.
Yeah. I also join our director and other faculty members to congratulate, first of all the JEE Advanced qualified students and also the proud parents. And yeah, I'll be giving a glimpse of the student life at IIT Tirupati. Just 1 second, I'll share the screen. So here at IIT Tirupati, we believe that student develops a well-rounded personality. So mostly students will be engaged in the studies. Yeah, we provide the facilities, opportunities for the students to excel and pursue their passions in other domains as well. And I'll be touching these points: the hostel details on the hostels, medical facilities, the guidance and counseling unit, technical events, cultural, sports, and other student clubs, and various festivals that are celebrated at the institute, and inter-IIT events, NSS activities, placement. Of course, our director has already spoken about this placement thing. Yeah, so on these lines, I'll be giving you some brief details. So this is the overview of the permanent campus right now. These are all the hostel buildings. Yeah, you can see these are the hostel buildings. These are students are before the lockdown, students were staying in these hostels in the permanent campus. And yeah, this is a typical hostel room with these facilities: individual cot, study table and chair, individual almirah, remote controlled fans, washing machines, cloth dryer, hot water for bathing, and normal and hot water for drinking purpose, and common rooms also for watching TV and reading purpose, and a few indoor games, etc. So these are the facilities at the hostels, and students really enjoy the hostel life. So coming to the medical facilities, we have a health center with 24/7 medical services. So right now we have 2 doctors and 5 nurses, and 2 ambulances are put in place for any emergencies and all essential medical facilities, all medicines, essential medical equipment is in place. And apart from this, we also have a group medical insurance for the inpatient hospitalization of the students for up to 2 lakhs worth with cashless treatment across India. Now present situation, for some time at least, students may be staying across India. So we have enabled all the important hospitals across India. We have got the hospitals networked so that students at their hometown, they can go to nearest city or place where these hospitals we have networked for cashless treatment. And yeah, these are the some of the medical facilities, basic essential facilities we have in the health center. Yeah, coming to other activities, student activities. So technical activities, our students are very active in participating in conducting or organizing the events, different hardware events or projects, and programming related events. And also our students, they take active part in organizing these workshops by the experts from outside to train the students. Yeah, different technical related things like astronomy activities. There is a strong astronomy club in the institute, and yeah, students can register depending upon their passion. So that is a glimpse of the technical activities. And coming to the cultural activities, so we encourage the students to take part in the cultural activities to to showcase their special talents. Yeah, we also bring in India's top personalities on the cultural front in the as part of a Speak Make section of our institute. Yeah, so several cultural events have been organized. And yeah, to see that students are fit, we have built all the important sports facilities for the students to avail of these facilities and all. So there is an indoor complex with 3 courts for badminton, which are all international standards, and there is a gym and other outdoor fields also for the students to make use of. Yeah, these are the some of the sporting events inside the institute. And our institute also encourages the students to take part in yoga for their physical and mental health. So right now we are engaging the online sessions for the students, so because of the present situation. And yeah, there are several clubs for the students. So depending upon their interest, they can register in they can get enrolled in any of these clubs, and hone their skills with respect to about that particular club activities. And yeah, these are the some of the activities as part of the clubs our students have participated. The photography and filming club and workshops are also organized for the students. So these are some of the events that are organized as part of these clubs. Aranya Club. So Tirupati is a very good place for outdoor activities. So there are very good trekking sites around Tirupati, and the students really enjoy going through that. And yeah, so yeah, all the major festivals of India are celebrated at the institute with all the fervor. Yeah, so inter-IIT events is another very good opportunity for the students to meet the their counterparts at other IITs. So there is a practice of bringing all the students from all the IITs to one of the IITs each year, so that there will be networking for the students. So that is a very good opportunity. And we also encourage our students to take part in technical, cultural, and sports events at other IITs. In fact, last year it was conducted at IIT Kharagpur and IIT Bhubaneswar. Okay. So our students have actively participated in those events. Yeah, these are some of the pics at Inter IIT Kharagpur. And Tirutsava is a techno-cultural festival, which is an institute festival. So students, they develop the organizational skills, leadership skills by organizing various events in the name of this Tirutsava. And yeah, you can see students actively participating, organizing the various workshops and all. And yeah, in one of the Tirutsava festivals, we got a Nobel laureate, Professor Serge Haroche, a French physicist who achieved, who was offered this 2012 Nobel laureate thing in atomic physics. Yeah, so this festival is the main festival of the institute. Students really enjoy this. And coming to the guidance and counseling unit, so whenever a student feels down, we have the provision for the student to attend physical sessions as well as online sessions. So we have Professor Samiullah and also a psychologist from an agency called Your Dost. So we have 2 sessions per week, physical sessions. And if any student he feels shy to attend the physical sessions, we are also providing alternative for such students to have online sessions. So students' identity is completely, it is anonymous, and they can avail of these counseling services. Their identity will not be seen by others. So they can book a session online. You can see this is the Your Dost agency, which is which we have roped in for the students to get the counseling services online, especially. So that is another very good facility we are providing for the students. And there is a whole bunch of team that is part of this guidance and counseling unit. Students, with the mentorship from a faculty, they form a group, and they will be enabling these services. And coming to NSS, our students at IIT Tirupati are very socially conscious in terms of conducting various events for the children at various schools. And also we also have adopted 5 villages around our institute to support them in terms of different services. So our students reach out to them and provide all the different types of solutions, both technical as well as social related thing to help the people. And yeah, this is the in one of the this festival, Diwali festival, our students have visited the orphanage and donated some gifts for the needy people. And yeah, they encouraged the small kids there. And yeah, as part of NSS, our students are also very active in conducting the blood donation camps to raise the the reserves in the blood. Yeah, with respect to career development, I think our director has already spoken to you regarding the placement and other things. So our section conducts different training programs for the students to enhance their skills to face the interviews, all that. And yeah, this is the overall picture domain wise, how many software technical different domains. And yeah, these are some of the companies which visit IIT Tirupati. Yeah. So finally, yeah, we also encourage the students to exhibit their organizational and leadership skills, and we have a system here to elect a student body for different activities like a technical, cultural, and all. So students take a very active part in getting elected, and also to serve the people from on various fronts. So this is another thing, another opportunity for the students to showcase their leadership skills. Thank you. Thank you for the attention.
Thank you, sir. Next, I invite the Student General Secretary, Anirudh, and Academic Affairs Secretary to share their views and campus experience to the prospective students. Anirudh, are you there?
Hi, this is, sir, am I audible?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Anirudh. I'm the Student General Secretary of IIT Tirupati. So I am from the 2017 batch and I'm an undergraduate in mechanical engineering. So 3 years ago, I was in the same stage that all of you are. I was hesitant about which institute to go. So all my parents, the thing I was lucky about was that my parents had strongly encouraged and urged me to take up IIT Tirupati because they had seen great potential from what they had seen it in the past 2 years. I'll just list out a few developments just I have seen in the 3 year span I've been here. So in the first year, we were in our hostel at IIT Tirupati. So all the first years during our batch, we lived for a year at IIT Tirupati. However, right from our second year itself, we've had the opportunity of shifting to the permanent campus. All our classes have been at the permanent campus. And we've also seen that within a span of 4 to 5 months, we got badminton courts and tennis courts and world-class sporting facilities. And the other thing about being in a new institute is that you will be getting a lot of opportunities compared to other older IITs. For example, even in the 3 year stay, I've had the opportunity to represent our college in the technical and cultural weeks. So several of my friends have been going to the sports and cultural weeks and have been visiting several other IITs. And one more doubt that all of you will be having while choosing your three IITs are infrastructure. Our director and dean of students clearly given you an overview about how the infrastructure is. And as a student who lives in the hostel, I can definitely tell you that when I visited the other IITs, the infrastructure I found at my college was much better at the compared to the older IITs because everything I was using was relatively new. So you'll be coming into a completely new buildings and very well furnished and which are comfortable. So definitely you don't need to have any apprehensions about how the infrastructure or the opportunities that you'll be getting will be. And coming to the faculty, one thing that I found very interesting about this thing is that you will be having one-on-one interactions with the faculty. So the faculty are extremely friendly and extremely understanding. And in fact, after the online semester had started for us, several faculties have been taking additional efforts to give us additional study material, to upload the recorded videos, to give us pre-read and post-read materials before and after the classes. So the learning experience here has been really exciting. And I definitely hope that the opportunities you'll be getting here are truly phenomenal. Apart from not only academics, you'll be having opportunities to explore other hobbies also. You will be having trekking, you have music club, you have literary and debating clubs. So you have a wide plethora of opportunities that you can explore and really have holistic development during your 4 year stay over here. I truly look forward to seeing you at our campus and truly hope that your time at IIT Tirupati will be fun-filled and adventurous. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Good evening to all. I'm Alias Musani. I'm the Academic Affairs Secretary of IIT Tirupati and I'm fourth year Computer Science and Engineering student. So what I would be discussing today is how the academic culture is at IIT Tirupati and the facilities and opportunities which our students have. So firstly, I would be talk about the faculty. We have around 90 professors. They are from varied experience. They have varied experience in their fields, ranging from young and dynamic faculties to nationally distinguished professors like Professor Deshmukh and Professor Krishnaiya. All our faculties always strive to give their best to impart knowledge and guidance and wisdom. One thing which already Anirudh mentioned is that professors are easily accessible during the class timings or during their office hours or even beyond that. Like I even contact some of my faculties at night and like they are really helpful. Like one of the basic philosophies which professors believe in here is every question is a very good question. I mean, they deal with every question with a similar manner with the other thing is with the high faculty to student ratio, huge research opportunities are available for students in India and abroad. Professors at IIT Tirupati promote undergraduate research, whereas like a second thing which I want to talk about is the academic facilities. So when I joined IIT Tirupati, we had only a few classrooms, one academic block was there and all. But now, we have moved to permanent campus. We have own new classroom block
and the classrooms are fully air conditioned and equipped with more modern teaching facilities like projectors, surrounded sound system, and live streaming facilities. Earlier, for workshops and other laboratories, we had to either go to SVU or IIT Madras. But now the current laboratories are fully equipped with all the modern state-of-the-art equipments, some of which are not even available at first generation IITs. IIT Tirupati family follows a strict culture in academic integrity, and any kind of malpractice is dealt with strict disciplinary action. So, I mean, like we believe in academic integrity, and like copying and like cheating in exams is totally not allowed among the students. We always believe in going hands in hands with industry requirements, and there have been a lot of attempts since the inception of the institute to change the curriculum, and they have, some of them have also been very successful. We believe that a proper academic environment is one where there is healthy competitions and students help each other. So on that basis, we have a few student monitor programs like UG Buddies, where second year students help their newly joined students in every aspect of their living. And there is another thing which is peer assisted learning, where undergraduate students help the juniors in their courses. I'm also proud to share this that due to the constant efforts of our faculty, directors, sir, and deans, IIT Tirupati is a 100% ragging-free campus. We don't tolerate any kind of ragging in the campus, and strict actions are taken in any case if found. Like we have not found any such cases till now, but if found, strict actions are being taken. In the end, I would like to even mention the efforts the faculty members have been putting in during this pandemic time. Our professors, like as the director mentioned earlier, that we just within a 1 week of time, our professors started using new technologies like Zoom meetings and like Google Meet, and like they have come, they have been trying their best to conduct classes and exams smoothly. So. Faculties are very helpful, and like so, I would say that you have a very great opportunity by joining IIT Tirupati. Thank you.
Thank you, students. Now we'll go to the question and answer hour. So already we have received some questions in the chat box. So each question will be addressed by the experts. So we'll take up the first question. Sir, how big is library and what level of books are available there?
Okay, I'll probably answer that question. Yeah, we have a reasonable size library, and all textbooks that are required for any course, they're all available. In addition to that, a number of any book that is given as a reference book for any course, they're all definitely available. And now more and more we are moving towards e-resources. So many of the books are being bought as e-books, which the students can access across the campus. So right now, when we are building the new building, we are expanding our library considerably when we move into the new building. So, and a lot of students come to the library to do their common studies and also they want to go get away from the noisy hostel to go study and so on. So it gives a very conducive environment for them to do the studies. But books wise, I think all the required books for the courses definitely are available in the library for students to refer to. Few books are available for students to borrow, but only that will be very limited. But any book that is there that is being used is available as reference material.
Next question from Vignesh Shankar. Good evening. I would like to know about the free electives for electrical engineering students, which will be related to CSE.
Ramakrishna, you want to answer that?
Yes, sir, sure.
Yeah.
So this is Ramakrishna Gorti, heading electrical engineering department here. So we have different streams of electives. So especially if you talk about the electives that are common to computer science. So in fact, electrical department is the first department to offer machine learning and deep learning course with both computer science and electrical students together. And we have electives on machine learning for image processing, deep learning, computer vision, image processing, and so on. So we have a good number of electives that are common to both computer science and electrical. In addition, we also have electives that are more focused on electronics and electrical engineering, such as CAD, VLSI signal processing, also embedded systems, and so on.
Yeah, just to add to Dr. Ramakrishna Gurti's comments, in the BTech program, all the students have 4 free electives. Suresh, 4, right? 4
yes,
free
sir.
electives.
Yeah, 3 to 4.
Yeah, where they can go and take courses across the institute, in any department. They are free to choose those courses. So if a student wants to go and try out some courses, they're more interested in science courses. They can take more science courses. A student in electrical wants to go take some computer science course. He or she can go take computer science courses among those 4 free electives. So you have departmental electives, you have free electives, and then you have humanities electives. So every student does about 3 or 4 compulsorily humanities courses but they choose from a basket of humanities courses. One more thing that I would like to highlight is in the first semester, every student has to do a language course. So when the student joins the institute, they're given an English test, and if we find the student needs help in English, they will take English as a language. But then the others who have qualified through this English test have the option of even doing English again, or we have right now language courses in German, Japanese, Sanskrit, and Spanish. Okay, every student can take courses in this one of these language courses also.
Yeah,
because
even MOOC courses also allowed.
Global students are for internships, they want to go abroad for internship and so on. Say if you want to go to Japan, if you have done a language course in Japan and took some more interest and did further courses, your opportunity to get a job or even a placement in Japan becomes more. Now the Spanish is the second most spoken language after English. So we are giving this opportunity for students to pick up some of these languages, introduce them. If they're interested, they can do advanced courses on their own later.
MOOC courses also, sir. MOOC courses also.
And every student can take up to 2 courses as MOOCs, as a MOOCs course, massive online courses, open online courses. It is as their electives, among their electives, between the free electives and the technical electives, they are permitted up to 2 courses, they can take MOOCs courses.
Yeah, 6 credits.
And next question is from Siddharth. What about summer internships? The companies that offer internships, how are the placements for mechanical engineering and placement statistics?
As I told you, we are having 100% placements in the core areas. Typically, that has not been a problem at all. I mean, internship placements. We have been having 100%. I think there are a couple of other people who are asking. So I think when you choose a branch, you should choose what is of interest to you, right? Rather than just being driven by placement. Because if you choose a branch, you take a lot of interest and you are passionate about it, I think placement is not a big issue. The issue is if I'm coming to IIT only for a placement, then of course that is I don't think is the right approach and because every student gets placed. Now, obviously, in today's market, now these are all goes in cycles. Today's market, the computer science students have the best placement opportunities in terms of the number of jobs available and also in terms of the salaries that they get. And then electrical. In the core areas of civil, mechanical, definitely the number of core jobs, there are jobs. Okay, there are companies which are ready to come and hire our students, but the salary pay levels are a little lower at the beginning when you start off. So our students, many of them say, I'm not going to attend an interview unless I get 9 lakhs or something. But in the core sector, if you are very often the salaries, starting salaries are not that high. Okay, say they're in the 5, 6, 7 lakh range, and many students don't want to attend this thing, and they say I will sit out or I will go for other sectors. So the important thing is, and many of these jobs you'll find if you stick to a core area, in the long run you catch up with the CS salaries and all that, and sometimes you even exceed them. But in the beginning, very often we find starting salaries are in the core area are not high, and if people, our students have not been placed in core jobs, it is because they are not willing to attend to companies who are not paying salaries below above certain level. Okay, and that has been the challenge. It's not that there are no jobs; it is the starting salary which is an issue.
Next question is from Satyanarayan. Will the first year hostels for students joining this year be in the transit campus or the temporary campus? Will the classes for the first year students be conducted in temporary campus or permanent campus?
All our classes since 2019 are 100% in the permanent campus. Okay, so already since the year before that, most of our classes were in permanent campus from 2018 itself, and from 2019, all our classes have been in permanent campus. So the students who are coming in, all our students have been living in the permanent campus since 2019. As I told you, the first batch, even from 2018, our students have been living in the permanent campus. Yeah, actually from 2018, our students are living in the permanent campus. So whoever comes in will be living in the permanent campus. Classes will be in the permanent campus. Labs will be, most of the labs will be in the permanent campus. So it is not, what I'm saying is this is last 2 years it's been happening.
Next question is from Nandika Agarwal. Sir, will there be internet Wi-Fi facility for students?
Yeah, all the hostels are Wi-Fi enabled. Anirudh and Ali Asgar will vouch for it. From day one, when IIT Tirupati started in 2015, of course, the students want more bandwidths. Sometimes it drops because they are remotely connected. But initially, but now I think it's not a big issue. So every hostel has Wi-Fi in the hostels. In wherever you go, you sit in the classroom, you sit in the dining hall, you'll have Wi-Fi everywhere.
Next question is from Dr. Shahjan. Sir, whether NIRF ranking and accreditation status in any way affect student prospectus for higher studies in India or abroad?
I think, okay, so as a new institution, we are eligible for NIRF ranking only after 3 batches go out. But, you know, but our students have been going to the top universities, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, UCLA. So it has not been an issue at all. And in terms of the best universities in the world, you know, Texas A&M, New York University, our students have been going everywhere. So I don't think it's an issue at all. They look at it as an IIT, and I don't think that's an issue in terms of you know, the external institutions looking at whether this is a third generation IIT sector. It may be to some extent, but it's not been a big issue at all.
Right, sir. So I think we have covered the questions in the Zoom, sir. We have some questions in YouTube also posted. If somebody can have any questions on Zoom.
In Zoom, I don't know this chat thing. There's one saying, of course, there was someone about civil and mechanical, which I answered. There's one about chemical engineering. What are the prospective companies likely to provide placement companies? Do you advise this branch for girl students when everyone is running behind CS engineering?
I think it has posted to you privately, sir. Yeah.
It's posted to me directly, is it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, it's posted to me privately. Yeah, maybe Dr. Sashi Kumar, our head of chemical engineering, can answer.
Yeah. Hey, good evening. So this is Sashidhar Guma. I'm in chemical engineering. So in general, chemical engineering students or chemical engineers in general are employed by a wide variety of industries, starting from people who manufacture computer chips, right? Pharmaceutical industries, energy industries, water treatment, or providing fresh drinking water, things like that. So within India, we had other IITs. Typically, we companies such as Reliance, Shell, Dr. Reddy's Lab, etc., do come and take the students from chemical engineering into the core jobs. Our IIT itself, like Professor Satyanarayana mentioned, we just have 2 batches of chemical engineers so far. So we are hoping that our students would be well placed, and I don't see any reason why placement should be a problem for our students in that sense. As far as girl students are concerned, I don't think in this day and age there should be any difference or gender bias in terms of whether a girl should do a chemical engineering or not. There are a lot of famous women chemical engineers. You just type in Google and you will be amazed by the number of chemical engineering, women chemical engineering scientists who are famous, right? So, for example, things like biomedical engineering, pharmaceutical industries, like I've said, would be a good match. So I don't think we should be too concerned about that issue. I hope that answers the question. Thank you.
A lot of chemical engineering people also move to biotechnology related topics and material science, nano. Also, there are so many other opportunities. They don't. It's today chemical engineering is not the same traditional that you're sitting in a refinery and monitoring. It's all very different now.
So there's one question from Vamsi. Sir, does the campus support student exchange program?
Yes, we are working on that. Again, Sashi, you want to talk about that? Student exchange program internationally, you mean, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So for international student exchange programs, we are working. In fact, recently we started discussion with Texas A&M University, where we are thinking of exchanging, students where their students get to spend some time at IIT Tirupati, and our students can be exchanged, go there for a semester or so. And then also we're in discussions with other universities across the, Europe as well as US, where there is a possibility of joint guidance for PhD and master's students.
Well, just for example, there's a Canadian program called MyTax, through which some of our students, in fact, this year some of our students were selected, but they could not go because of the pandemic. So we are working on a number of schemes. Dr. Sashi Guma, in fact, he's our Dean International and Alumni Affairs. So we are working on creating more of these opportunities as we go along. But our students have been going for internships abroad also every year. Not very large numbers, but for example, as I told you, Texas A&M every year about 4 or 5 students have been going for internships because of strong relationship we have with the thing, and slowly we're building up such relationship with other universities also.
I think those are the questions, sir. But if any of the parent unable to type the message, you can unmute and ask.
Also, if someone wants to ask question in Hindi or Telugu, I think we have faculty members in different languages also. Please feel free. आप हिंदी में बोलना है तो no problem. తెలుగులో మాట్లాడాలంటే తెలుగులో అడగొచ్చు. Parents, you can unmute yourself and ask the question. In the meantime, Chaman, you want to talk about this? If someone wants to visit the campus, what is the arrangement? Because this COVID situation, we have to. Yeah.
So every Sunday, if any students or parents willing to visit the permanent campus, so we have opened a visiting hours slot on every Sunday from between 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. You can visit. So because of this COVID, we are allowing 2 people along with the student. So you can come around 2:30 or 3 o'clock. We'll start taking around the campus, and you can see the facilities, hostels, and other sports facilities and classrooms, everything. So we have to follow the COVID protocols in the campus. And yes, every Sunday until the counseling ends, you can visit the campus. We have updated on the website. We have to register in advance. We have given a contact details. You can call the person and you can give your name. And we are having this arrangement till the counseling is over. There's one student, Imade Setti Sri Priya. Can we get core groups CSC through SCB channel?
What is that?
She was asking, can we get core groups CSC through SCB channel?
What is SGP channel? Not sure.
Yes.
Not sure. Is she there? Sri Priya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. What is your question?
So there is an entrance test for entering into IIT Tirupati, IIT aptitude test, IIT aptitude test.
Yeah, so
It
that
was-
is for IISER, not for IIT.
Right. Yeah.
So that's what, sir, I'm asking that we can take core groups like CSC, EC through IIT.
No,
IISER aptitude
IISER
test.
only has, see, IISER, you enter, when you enter IISER, you, Chaman, you can answer. Chaman was the assistant registrar at IISER before. Chaman, you
Yeah.
can this question.
Yeah, Sri Priya, see, you can enter IISER through the SCB channel, but you have science groups there. You won't be having engineering groups. But first year and second year you have a common courses, and from third year you have the core courses there. I mean, whichever as biology, physics, or chemistry. So you cannot take courses from IIT being at IISER. Of course, if you're a PhD student, you may have some common courses
No,
which you
but
can
we
take.
want to work it out that slowly that they should be able to do it. But they obviously they don't have computer science program there. You either specialize in mathematics or physics or chemistry, biology. Earth science is also there at IIT Tirupati.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. ECS also.
Yeah.
That's
So
climate science.
as he mentioned, the first 2 years you have common courses, and then you start taking your specialized courses because that program is a 5-year program, and you can specialize in one of these 4, 5 science areas, but not engineering. Did we answer your question?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome.
So we have some queries from YouTube things, sir.
Yeah.
One important question they're asking is about the preparatory course.
Yeah, so we have been for the preparatory course, we have been because IIT Madras is our mentor institute, and we don't have enough students here to run a full preparatory course. We've been sending our students to IIT Madras for preparatory course. They finish the preparatory course there, come and join here at IIT Tirupati. Most probably this year also we will do the same.
And some of the students were asking about the cutoff ranks of IIT JEE. So I think it is available on JOSA website.
Yeah, so the cutoff ranks are available on JOSA website. Even if you ask me, I'll also read the same thing. So it is there for you to go look at it on the JOSA website.
How many seats have been increased compared to last year in IIT Tirupati?
See, this is on the, when we started off IIT Tirupati, in the first 2 or 3 batches, we had admitted 120 students. Then we increased it to 180.
Yeah.
Then the EWS quota came last year. So last year we had admitted 203 students. And this year we're admitting 237 students. Because of the EWS, there is a 25, we have to increase our, to make that 10% increase, but not in the process, the other quota students do not lose out. We have to increase by 25%. So there is that increase in student strength by another. Last year we increased by 12.5%. This year we're increasing by another 12.5%. And over and above that, you have the supernumerary seats for the girl students. Now, as pointed out in the video, IIT Tirupati from the first year, if you went back about 3 years back, the average number of girls getting into IITs across the IITs was about 8%. But in IIT Tirupati, every year from the first year, it has been 17%. So now we have taken a decision that last year, 2 years back, minimum 14% should be there. So we did not have to do any supernumerary seats because again, we got about 17%. Last year also, we hardly had to do, I think we did very minimal supernumerary seats, maybe 2 or 3, because again, we had 17%. So somehow we have been getting large proportion of girl students to IIT Tirupati. This year is the supernumerary is being made such a way that the girl students will be at least 20% of our students. So we are expecting that we have to create certain number of supernumerary seats this year to accommodate the girl students.
Will the classes be virtual or normal after counseling for the first years?
Yeah, it will be initially virtual. As I told you, at least maybe we are expecting. Now, these are all very dynamic, depends on the pandemic situation, how this COVID situation is. If you look at Europe, you look at US, some of the universities are opened, again they were closed, and they stopped their classes and so on. So we have to take this step very cautiously. We will be starting it off virtual in the beginning, but the earliest opportunity, we want to make sure that you come back on campus. And we would like to schedule our academic calendar in such a way that you will catch up. By the time you come to the second year, you will catch up with the regular academic calendar. So you may have to study through the summer also, first summer. We may have to have classes so that we catch up. So your academic calendar will be different from the academic calendar of the rest of the senior batches in this first year. But we are hoping by the second year you will catch up. And our current sense is maybe things will get reasonably under control. And we are hoping to see if we can come into the campus by January. And as of now, we have not decided the exact academic calendar. We'll have to discuss with other IITs how they're doing it. Since the rank list will be closed, the final list will be finalized around November 7th or 8th or so. We are hoping that by 1 week after that, we have an orientation program, and a week after that, we start online classes.
Whether the students are involved in competitive coding and hackathons related projects.
Sridhar is there? Is Sridhar there online? Okay, they are very much. Our students have been participating. They've been winning prizes, and they've been participating in a number of events. Our technical activities professor, faculty in charge, Dr. Sridhar Chilkunta, he coordinates these activities, identifying the hackathons, encouraging our students to participate. So we'll very much be encouraging these activities.
And even sir, with the competition with the first generation and second generation, so we won first prize and second prize among them. So in the technical sides, lots of winners being the third generation IT, but the winning sides, we are on the first side. Thank you.
Even when our students go for this inter-IT technical events, among the 23, our students have been ending up at 7th place, 8th place overall ranking. And in some events, they even got in the first 2-3 positions.
So the difference between the transit campus and the permanent campus, so these both are same.
So there's this confusion. We have a temporary campus, right, where we started off, which we hired this building, which is the temporary campus. The distance between the temporary campus and the permanent campus is about 20 kilometers. Transit campus is a part of permanent campus. So forget about the word transit campus. It is permanent campus. The buildings are permanent. They get integrated with the main campus. They're part of the main campus. So transit campus is permanent campus buildings. We quickly developed hostels and laboratories and a few classrooms, which we called a transit campus. It is from a funding perspective from MHRD and how the funds come from which bucket. So what we call transit campus is permanent campus. So it's, and we have the temporary campus which is the building which we hired, from which currently most of our faculty and staff sit, and maybe our physics lab, undergraduate physics and chemistry labs are here, but rest of the labs are all in the permanent campus. So transit campus is nothing but a permanent campus.
How is IIT Tirupati unique of other new IITs?
Well, I think all the new IITs are doing well. I don't think anyone is way ahead or way behind others. But you know, we have had the opportunity, IIT Tirupati had the opportunity of a very supportive state government, which has allotted us land very quickly, with the compound wall around it, which permitted us to quickly build our facilities on the permanent campus to start activities there. And even in the faculty recruitment, if you see, compared to the second generation IITs, I think our rate of faculty recruitment has been faster. And as I told you, many of the second generation IITs, 3-4 batches went out without ever seeing the permanent campus, completely operating from the temporary campus. That way, we got our students, even the first batch, by the time they came to the 4th year, to move into the permanent campus. So that way we're moving very fast. As I told you, if you look at the number of sponsored research projects that our faculty have got, it is very high for a new institute. But then the other new IITs, among the third generation IITs, Palakkad and IIT Tirupati started this 1 year ahead, 2015. So IIT Madras, being the mentor institute, was quite confident. They said, we will start. The other IITs, were requested for 1 more year to get their act together before they could start. So that way we have a 1 year head start among the third year generation IITs, the third generation IITs.
The last question, sir.
Tirupati are going about the same pace.
So we'll take up the last question, sir. What are the restrictions on the entry-exit in hostel for students?
Well, it all depends. Now you see this, we have this pandemic situation that is happening. It is a fully self-contained thing. So the students are expected to be in their hostels, during the, because our campus is a little bit away from the, nearby Yerpedu town, which is about 1.5 kilometers away. So there, the students are, there are no major restrictions, but you are expected to be back in your hostels by 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. This is the rules that the students negotiate with us. And we set those rules for your own safety. Most important, what we are worried is your own safety, not that we want to put any restriction on what you want to do, but we are also liable for your safety. There is no need for a student to go out. So there is no major restrictions from that perspective, but from a safety perspective, we have time restrictions on by when you should be back in the hostels. You're not permitted to use vehicles which are motorized vehicles. You cannot bring motorcycles and so on, which most IITs today, almost every IIT bans motorized vehicles.
Right, sir. I think if nobody has any question, we can go to vote of thanks.
Yeah, maybe if anyone else any other colleague from IIT Tirupati would like to add anything from their perspective, they could add.
Sir, there is a question on YouTube which asks that what is the procedure for students who went through preparatory course in IIT Madras last year? What is the procedure for them to join IIT Tirupati?
Well, the procedure is they will be sent to they will come join at IIT Tirupati, and then they will be sent to IIT Madras. They will complete the preparatory course, and they will come back after completion of the preparatory course. They come and join IIT Tirupati.
Okay.
Yeah. Any faculty who wants to add anything, or any of our colleagues, staff colleagues? No? Good. So we're on dot. We said 5 to 7. Yeah, we can.
So now, Now I request Dr. Bijli Balakrishnan, Chairperson, Council of Wardens, to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Chaman. Thank you very much. So, a graceful and warm good evening to prospective students and their well-wishers, respected faculty members, the director, the last and but not least, all gathered over here. It is my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. At first, a big thank to Dean Academics, Professor Suresh Jain and Professor Krishnaya for their efforts towards explaining the academic curriculum, which is very important to each one of you, as you are actually stepping into a new ocean. I must mention our deep sense of gratitude towards Professor Satyanarayana for spending his valuable time in his busy schedule and also motivating the prospective students of IIT Tirupati. Further, grateful to Dr. Vengaya, an undisturbed but a sincere and responsible person, for explaining the activities happening in the campus along with an infrastructure provided, including the hostel facilities. I also extend thanks to all staff members for the enormous cooperation and the support they are continuously extending to all of us. Also thank Student General Secretary and Academic General Secretary who have explained their campus experience. I would like to remind and correct you of the familiar and repetitive sentence all of you would have heard in your journey till now. Beta, this is the important stage of your life. Yes, it is one of the important steps of your life, but don't afraid of the life at IIT Tirupati. Please enjoy your learning and contribute to the society. Finally, on behalf of IIT Tirupati and my behalf, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to all children, our prospective IIT Tirupati students, for showing interest in IIT Tirupati and expecting to see you here to be part of our incredible and successful journey. All the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Just one comment. I have a message from my chairman of our admissions committee, Dr. Murthy, that the preparatory course this time could be at IIT Hyderabad also. So it depends, because we need a critical mass of students to run the program. So it will definitely not be in IIT Tirupati, but it will be either in Madras or IIT Hyderabad or wherever the IIT system decides to, because the preparatory course will be run only only in a few IITs. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all.
Take care.